Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I am very excited to show you my Ozzy Osbourne See You on the Other Side box set. This is something I bought a little while back. It went for sale last fall. I wasn't able to pick it up right away, but I had a garage sale over the summer and also I had some birthday money, so I wanted to pick this up. I'm probably what you would call a casual Ozzy Osbourne fan, but there were a few albums in here that I really wanted to get, that to just buy the vinyl, the originals alone, were going to be competitive to the price you pay for this box set. So I decided to get this, and for the most part I'm happy, but I do have one serious, what I think is a serious problem. It's probably not major catastrophic, but I want to get your opinion. You know, for what I paid for this box set, there is something wrong with it, and I've been having a little problem with it, so I'll get to that a little bit later in the video. Let me go ahead and get started. We've got 15 studio albums, we've got live albums. They're all on a beautiful splatter vinyl, 10 posters, and I want to give a special thank you to Jacob at Rockoli Records, as well as Matt from Too Many Records. Both of those guys did amazing videos showing this box set, very comprehensive, and it really helped me make my decision that I wanted to have it in my collection. So thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And now let me go ahead and show you the box. It's a beautiful, very high quality box here, and as you can see from the very front right here, it is a plexi disc, and this plexi disc is a demo of the song See You on the Other Side. Just a really beautiful way to dress up the cover of this box set. And then we can just move on to this really pretty, there's a magnetic enclosure, and you open it up and you've got a picture of Ozzy here. Let me just try to get a little bit closer. My particular copy is out of 4,442. So I was just under the gun as far as picking this one up. And also we've got Ozzy Osbourne's autograph. Now there's been some controversy as far as his autograph goes on the CD for Ordinary Man. Evidently he didn't really sign it. They're saying he used an auto pen. From everything we can tell on here, it looks real to my husband and I, as well as we've seen video showing him signing these, you know, by hand. So hopefully they didn't do that to their fans. It would be really a shame if they did. But let me go ahead and get started with the records because it's really an amazing collection. There's quite a bit of vinyl here. Here is also something that came out. There's also an app of what they called an exclusive augmented reality experience. And if I can show you a clip of that, I will. I haven't figured that out yet, but if I can, I'll show that to you. Let me go ahead and get started with the really cool records here. We started off with Ozzy Osbourne's Blizzard of Oz, an incredible record. Crazy Train is one everybody knows, is played at every sporting event. It's a great song. And also we've got Mr. Crowley, Suicide Solution, just a really great way to start his solo career. And this particular vinyl is really pretty. Red is my favorite color, so I love this red and white. All of the labels match. They're all the same here in this vinyl box set. So that is a great album. And I'm just going to show you the front. Instead of opening up every poster, this is what the poster looks like. This is the picture. So I just thought I'd just show you the picture here instead of opening them all up. Here is an EP for Mr. Crowley, recorded live on stage. A very nice EP, and it is on white vinyl with gray splatter. And then we move on to another album that I really love that I did not have. I think this is a fantastic album. I put it right up there with Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman. Love this. It's such a great album. And it is on a really pretty blue vinyl, and it has some black and red splatter. I don't know if you'll be able to pick up the red on this video, but it's just a gorgeous vinyl. Here is the poster for Diary of a Madman. Then we move on to an album that I know a lot of people love, and the song Bark at the Moon was a huge hit. It just hasn't grown on me yet. I don't love this album. Hopefully I will learn to really love it, but love the cover. I love all of the makeup on Ozzy here. I think it's really cool. And I will say the vinyl is one of the prettiest I have in my collection. It is a really bright neon yellow with black splatter. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that one is a great one to have in the collection, and hopefully I will learn to love that album a little bit more. Here's the poster for Bark at the Moon. And now I'm going to move on to an album that Ozzy himself says he doesn't love, but I really like. It just fits in with the 80s and all of the albums that were coming out in the 80s. The Ultimate Sin. I think that's a very cool cover. I really like it. I love this song Shot in the Dark. I think it's absolutely killer. So I love having this one in the collection. This is something I never had before. And, you know, it's not everybody's favorite, but I think it's good. And it's on a yellow vinyl with red splatter, so really pretty. And here is the poster for The Ultimate Sin. We've got a very 80s looking Ozzy in this poster. Love that. Now we have the Ozzy Osbourne Randy Rhoads tribute, which I think is a really good album, a really great way to honor what an amazing guitar player he was. He was just a young prodigy. He died at the age of 25, and he had decided he was leaving Ozzy Osbourne's band based on the fact that Ozzy had been partying so much, and he told Ozzy he didn't think he was going to live much longer. He told Ozzy that, and then he dies tragically in a helicopter crash. And I can't even imagine how traumatic that was for Ozzy, Sharon, and for everybody involved. And what a shame to die at the young age of 25. But I do love this album. I think it's really great, and I think they did a beautiful job on it. Look at this. This is a clear and black splatter. Absolutely gorgeous 2 LP set, and it just really shows the talent of Randy Rhoads. So I love having that one in the collection now. Here's another one that I didn't have in the collection. It's a little hard to find. It's not real easy, and if you find it, it's not that cheap. This is No Rest for the Wicked by Ozzy. I think it came out around 1988. To be honest, this is another one that hasn't grabbed me yet. I'm sure it will grow on me in time, but you know, a lot of my friends really like this one, so I really want to give it a few more listens, but it's just not my favorite. And it comes on a really pretty gray vinyl with like a raspberry colors, just really pretty splatter. So I love the color of that gray. I think it's so cool. And it has this poster. Now we can move on to Ozzy's Just Say Ozzy album. A live album that's really good, and I really like that one. And it is on a clear vinyl with a hot pink fuchsia colored splatter to it. So it's very cool looking and a very nice album. This next one is one that I had been wanting in my collection for such a long time, and I think if you're an Ozzy Osbourne fan, this is one you need to have in your collection. One of his best. It is Ozzy Osbourne's No More Tears. And you can buy a 1 LP version of this, an original, but they're very expensive and they're very hard to find. This is a 2 LP set. They have improved the quality of the sound, as well as a never before gatefold, a really cool picture. And I just love this one. This is something, like I said, I'd been wanting in my collection, and we've got beautiful songs on here, like Mama, I'm Coming Home is on this one. And of course, No More Tears. Just a really cool one. And I'm going to be coming back to this because this is where the problem with my box set is. Let me show you the vinyl though. And it's a really cool, what I would probably call a khaki black splatter, almost a tiger's eye look. And like I said, it's a 2 LP set, and the sound on this is amazing. I really love it. Here is the poster that came with this one. So I love having that. And I will be visiting No More Tears a little bit later in this video. Now we go to Ozzy Osbourne's Live and Loud, a 3 LP live album, and it's got albums or songs from Black Sabbath as well as Ozzy. So we get Paranoid, we've got Mr. Crowley, really great stuff like Crazy Train, Mama I'm Coming Home, War Pigs, Changes, a really cool one too. So I love having this in the collection. It's a really nice one. Got a little potty mouth on this one, but it's okay. The music is really great, and it is on an orange with red splatter. 3 LPs, very cool. This next record is one that not everybody loves, but I think is fantastic. It's something I have been wanting in my collection. And for what some people have paid for this 1 LP alone, you can buy the whole box set. So I really love this one, Ozzy Osbourne's Osmosis. And I know it doesn't get the greatest of reviews, but I love it. And See You on the Other Side is on this album. Just a really good one. I love Perry Mason. A lot of great stuff on here. I love the photography. The photography of this album is really, really great. And it comes on a really beautiful vinyl. Red is my favorite color, and here is the beautiful splatter vinyl red with black splatter. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, this alone would almost pay for the box set if you wanted to pay that. I personally wouldn't want to pay that, but this is a great record that I don't think it's enough credit in his discography. Now we can move on to Down to Earth, which is not my favorite at all. It's towards the bottom of my favorite records. I just don't think it goes anywhere. It's not anything that spectacular. There is a song on here that I think is decent. I can't find it right now. Anyway, this is a decent album, but not the best, and it is on clear vinyl with a blue splatter. So I do like having it, but not the best. Here is the poster for Down to Earth. We can move on to a B-side album, and it is called Flippin' the B-side. I'm not really crazy about that picture, but here is the songs that are on here. This is on a really pretty purple with black splatter. So I really do like that. It's nice to have some B-sides and just some really interesting songs on here. We then have Live at Budokan, Ozzy Osbourne, and this picture cracks me up. He looks like a crazy man, which he is, but here, let me just show you this as well. Let me show the back. Very cool. And here's the vinyl. It is a black with white splatter. So I love that one. That is very cool too. And let me see, that is, I think, a 2 LP set. Yes, it's a 2 LP set for that one. We move on to this one. It is Black Rain. And again, not one of my favorites, but it's pretty good. This has a really interesting song on here, Here For You. Just reminds me of a lot of the ballads that were out in the 80s, but this came out in the 90s. But it's not bad. It's a good album, but like I said, kind of a little bit on the later side of my favorites, but it does have probably the prettiest vinyl. Look at this one, a beautiful turquoise with black splatter. So I do love having that. It sounds fantastic, and maybe with just a few more listens, I will grow to love this one. As of right now, I just don't think it's as strong as some of the earlier albums. Definitely not as strong as albums like Blizzard of Oz or No More Tears. But it's a good one to have and hard to find if you want to get an original. Here's the poster for Black Rain. And finally, here is what I think is the only album by Ozzy Osbourne that I think is a stinker. I just don't like this one at all. It is Scream. And there's just nothing about it, not a single song that really grabs me on this one. I've given it a few listens. It just hasn't done anything for me. But I will say I do like the vinyl on it. It's really pretty, and you know, this is just to have the full collection. It's nice. I don't really like this picture. I don't care for that. But let me show you the vinyl because it's really beautiful. It is a really pretty blue, and check out that white splatter. Very cool effect on that one. So, I mean, to talk about art, that is beautiful artwork. So those are the studio albums and the live albums. Let me go back to the problem I have with this box set, and I want to get y'all's honest opinion. This is something that I noticed. I'm going to show, this is the second LP of the album No More Tears. We've got Zombie Stomp, AVH, and Road to Nowhere. And just let me show you this. Here is side D, and the problem is side D is on both sides. Not musically, I have the complete album. The music is side C and side D, but the label itself, if you can see that, they put the wrong label where C should be, they put D. That's the problem with it. It's probably pretty minor, but when you are paying that much money for a box set, it should be perfect. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are trying to sell these. They're breaking up these box sets and they're selling these separately. I have no interest in doing that. I'm keeping my box set and nothing's for sale. However, you know, for that much money, you know, I've tried to reach out to them several times, and they're very nice, but it's taken a very long time to get any kind of reply from them. And finally, when I did get a reply, they wanted me to send this record back, and then they would send me the replacement. And because of the slow service I've received so far and the importance of this album and this box set, I just told them I'm afraid to send this back. I'm afraid I won't get a replacement, and then my whole box set basically isn't worth near as much. It's not, and I really want to have this album too. It's not just about the value of the box set, it's about having this record. And I just think they should send the record first because they're the ones who made the mistake, and then I'll send this back. Like I said, it's defective. You know, I just haven't heard back from them, and it's been a couple weeks now, so I'm getting a little worried. So please let me know what you all would do if you were me in this situation, because, you know, like I said, every record sounds fantastic. Even the live albums sound really good. Obviously, they don't sound as good as the studio albums, but the live records are great. The studio records are great. I love the quality. For me, this is the best box set that I have in my collection as far as looks, quality, attention to detail. It's all here and it's all great. But you know, this was kind of a little bit of a big, you know, I don't know if it's a big deal or not. You all let me know in the comments. So this is the box set by Ozzy Osbourne. I'm very happy to have it. Let me know what you all think of it, and let me know if you think having side D labels on both of the second LP is a big deal or not. I would really appreciate your comments. And please subscribe to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate your support. Take care. Bye-bye.